Party. What is it that gets you all Tea Partiers all fired up? What are y'all all about? And we decided a long time ago, 5 years ago, that we needed to put our principles down on paper so everybody would know what they were. And I like to, at every event, try and remind everybody what we're about so people can know what we're for and what we're against. And our 5 principles that we adopted locally, and that not everybody has the same group of principles, but our 5 principles that we adopted locally were very simple. Limited government is number 1. Then fiscal responsibility is number 2. Number 3 is personal responsibility. Number 4 is the rule of law. And number 5 is national sovereignty. These are very simple principles. And I challenge you, I challenge any critic of the Tea Party when I lay those 5 principles out. Which of those 5 are you opposed to? Do you like irresponsible spending? Is that what you're for? Are you for unlimited government? Do you really like personal irresponsibility? How about like not paying any attention to the law and just doing whatever you think you want to do? Or, there actually, sadly, there are some people that want to cede all of our national sovereignty to whoever. But the first 4 are really pretty, you can get about 80, 90, probably close to 100% acceptance of those 5 principles in most cases. So I like to always remind folks that's what we're about. That's what myself as a Tea Party and as a conservative that I believe in. So I'd ask Brad for the opportunity to say a few words. That's one thing I wanted to point out. Number 2, as Matt just pointed out, the runoff that I've been spending a whole bunch of my time on is this Bob Hall runoff. I support all these folks. I'm glad to see them have success, and I think we're going to have a lot of success in the runoff, just like we did in the primaries. But I want to tell you, this Bob Hall race, I know for a fact it is down to the wire. This is going to be knockdown, drag out, a battle of the inches. It will be a house-to-house, phone call at a time kind of a fight. And we're either going to win it with blood, sweat, and tears, or we're going to lose it that way. So I'm going to ask all of you, invite all of y'all, if you can find some time, we can find a place to put you. We have 10 lines down at the headquarters. It's over in Dallas on Garland Road. If you know where the Richardson Bike Mart is, over there in the Casa Linda Shopping Center, we're going to be there every day from now until the polls close on Tuesday. And we probably still be working because we're just, after the polls because we're obsessed. But we can use you folks if you want to see the kind of principles that Bob Hall believes in, that a lot of these folks have spoken, if you want to see them put into action, please come join us. Let's not lose this one by, I'd almost rather lose one by 20 points than to lose it by a half a point or a tenth of a point. But that's what's going to happen. This race is either going to be won or lost by a fraction of a point, more likely than not. And we can win it. And that's why I'm so focused and dedicated on this race. So if you can find some time, even an hour, even a couple hours, to come over to headquarters and make a few calls. We've got a real cool high-tech system that it actually dials the number for you. And if nobody's home, you push voicemail and you go on to the next call. It's very slick, and it's very, we're all friends there. We all have a good time. But please consider that. And let's not be sitting there on election night looking at the returns and seeing a 50.5 for Bob Dylan saying, that's a bummer. I thought he was going to win. Well, he's not going to win if we don't show up for him. But if we do, if even a quarter of the people here right in front of me were to put in a few hours each between now and election day, I believe we could pull that out. And if nobody shows up, well, then let's not be surprised when we get to the end and he loses by a little. So whatever you can do, prayerfully consider that and drop by, because we'll be there. I'll be there, and Ron will be there, and there'll be some other folks there. So thank you so much for coming out tonight. I can't thank you enough. That's all I've got, but you guys take care. I'll give it back to Brad.